was expensive, but it was the perfect sweater. Okay, because I have sensory issues, especially with my clothing. I just sometimes I can't wear stuff. Like I bought this sweater from Aritzia last year, around Black Friday, and I've never worn it. I wore it in one video and then I had to change. It's just so itchy. I need to sell it because it was also expensive sweater. So this sweater is actually a cotton blend, so it's not itchy at all. Very comfortable. It's not overly warm. It's amazing. I was looking because I'm obsessed with Aritzia and I like to online shop. I'm like, my new thing is clothes. Like I'm into fashion. Everything else kind of is irrelevant to me. I don't really care that much about new makeup releases and that kind of thing. But I'm into fashion. Anyways, so I'm obsessed with Aritzia and I bought this sweater after a week of hemming and hawing, and I'd have no regrets. It's just been the best thing ever, and I'm pretty sure I'll have it for the rest of my life unless I decide to give it away. And I'm just so glad because I've always it's the perfect cable knit, but it's not wool, so it's not itchy, it's not too hot. It's just the best. So I know it was expensive. It was ridiculously expensive. I believe it's Sunday Best because I really like their stuff. Not intentionally, I just always end up buying it. And I usually like TNA as well. But I really wanted the cardigan. But I knew I would find another cardigan. But I wouldn't find the sweater. Yeah. So I'm obsessed. So I apologize if you see me wearing it constantly, but I have other sweaters too that I'm gonna start wearing, but it's not quite as cold enough for them because those ones you actually do get a little sweaty. Anyway, yeah, I want to talk about my ridiculous expensive sweater and that I will in fact be wearing it quite frequently. I've also sort of gotten lazy and I've sometimes stopped changing in between videos because I film a few on one day and I've stopped changing. I've just started spreading them out, and I don't know if you guys have noticed or not. And I was kind of like, are you really gonna care? It was obviously quiet, so I was filming, I know I should not break the illusion, but my makeup looks the same. You'll figure it out. So I filmed a makeup rummaging video today, right before I started filming this one. I need to look back at the footage because I'm not entirely sure how well it went. The beginning was iffy, but by the end it came around. Yeah. So that's been good. I also wanted to talk about the video I uploaded on Sunday, My Get Ready With Me. I was in a bad mood and I am suffering with my mental health. I'm trying so hard, but sometimes it still wins. And I was in just a bad mood and I was searching for something and I was I found that, and then I was no, but I'm gonna upload it anyway. But I have uploaded it. I think you've seen it by now. But basically I was in a bad mood and I hate it when people comment on my appearance in general. So I was in a bad mood about that, and I sometimes take it to heart. If people think I'm ugly, it's just, but basically the gist of what I was trying to say there, I'm gonna say in more of a calm way, is that it doesn't matter what I look like. It's not the point of the content I'm making, and I don't care what you think I look like. You don't have to live inside my body. You don't have to project yourself into the world as me. I'm me and I'm okay with that. And I will admit that my lighting is a bit sketch, so I do look a little scary sometimes, and I know that, but I don't care. That's not the purpose of the content I'm making. It doesn't matter what I look like. I'm making ASMR and I'm making it for a relaxing purpose. I'm making it to be there for people, because I enjoy watching it and I want to give back and enjoy and give people what I get from ASMR. I'm working on myself quite a lot. I'm trying so hard to work on my mental health. There was a really long period of time where I wasn't trying, and I'm trying my best. is the light of the family. He was so cool, but I know we're gonna be okay because he'll be there, just not physically. Yeah. Also, I guess I didn't tell you guys because it was like really hard for me to talk about, but I also lost my dog about a month ago. One of them, if you don't know, they're technically my mom's. They live with her, but they were mine, and I did live with her for a long time. And yeah, so our oldest dog, she died. She was pretty sick. She was about 10 years old, and they're Boston Terriers, so for a Boston, that's like average. Sometimes they can live to be 18, but she was really sick. She had Cushing's, and then she was in kidney failure and a bunch of stuff, and she kind of just went out the one day. She was eating some vanilla icing because we knew it was going to be like her last couple days. She was struggling to breathe, and she ate some icing, and then she kind of just laid on the couch afterwards because she like fell down after she ate it, and so she went and laid on the couch, and that was kind of just it. And then yeah, so that was hard for me to deal with too, because she was just like the light of my life. Like, she was something else. I know everyone always talks about their dog being like the greatest thing, but she was like so smart and so funny, and yeah, I loved her to bits and pieces. She was the light of my life, and I've had her for 10 years, so I lived without her for a while, but a lot of the time I was like living with her, and when I was still in high school, my mom got her. I looked after her most of the time when my mom was at work and stuff, so yeah, that was really hard. I miss her so much, like she was just so funny. But yeah, my mom, I don't live with them anymore, but they're still mine, you know. There's still 3, and they're all her children, so we have 2 boys and 1 little girl. Yeah, so they're all her kids, but none of them turned out quite like her. They're all a little off, but I love them nonetheless. So sometimes I get this crazy urge to get a dog myself, but I know it's just to fill the void. But don't be surprised if one day I just have a dog, because I'm just obsessed with dogs. But yeah, so that's it. But I was trying to be positive. I was talking about Christmas. I'm excited for Christmas, and then I started remembering what a shitty year I had with like losing people. But I may be mentally ill, but I deal with death pretty well, oddly enough. I think it's just because it's certain, like they're not coming back, you know, and it's not like they left you on purpose, most of the time, so I deal with death relatively well. I don't deal with other things well, but that's beside the point. At least I can deal with loss. Sorry if this is upsetting to you. I want to circle back around to Christmas. I'm very excited about Christmas. I love buying gifts for people. I love decorating for Christmas, baking. I'm really excited to do some baking. This will be the first year I bake in like my own home kind of deal. Usually I help with my mom, or I help my mom, like we always do it together. My mom cooks and bakes quite a lot. Like she's very homey, but also never not being like a housewife. Like that's not her thing, but she's homey. So we always do Christmas baking together, and we have like, no matter what time of year it is, no matter what, like if she's in the kitchen, usually I'm sitting at the island or helping her, so we kind of like hang out and do that together. We're gonna decorate cookies. We always decorate cookies. She likes to make shortbread cookies instead of sugar cookies, which is fine. I like them both. I'm just excited for the whole thing, and I'm hoping this Christmas is gonna be a bit better than last year. Last year, where I lived, we weren't really allowed to gather, so it was just me, my mom, my stepdad, and my sister snuck in because she was alone. So it's just the 4 of us. So I'm kind of like excited for this year to hopefully be a bit bigger and like a little more Christmassy. Not like it wasn't Christmassy, but the pandemic was pretty bad last December where I live. So I'm hoping this year's better. just because they're too young. But yeah, I'm excited for Christmas. I'm gonna start making Christmas content soon. I'm gonna let you guys in on a little secret. I made like so much Halloween content and all that, and I was like, Halloween, but I don't really care that much about Halloween. I know that it's like super popular and like everyone is like psyched about it, but I could give or take. I just like the fall vibe more. I'm more of a Thanksgiving gal. And I probably like wouldn't even do Halloween makeup or costume or anything like that if it wasn't for the internet. But that's just my little secret, so yeah, I'm excited about Christmas. I've said that like 6 times, but I am so excited. I want to make my own like dried orange garland kind of thing. I saw it on TikTok last year, so I'm gonna try this year. And then my sister and I wanted to gather up the pine cones, or the pine cones, the spruce cones, the cones from the carnivorous tree outside. I don't know if it's carnivorous. We're gonna dye some cones red and make decorations because we have like a bunch of cones. So we're gonna do that. Very excited. Yeah, so watch out, December is coming. I kind of have the fact videos picked out already. I was gonna do, spoiler alert, I think I'm gonna do snow for like, you know, the first week of December, and for those who don't necessarily celebrate Christmas, you know. And then I'm gonna do reindeer / caribou, because same thing. Again, that could be fun for everyone. And then I'm gonna do Christmas carols, facts about Christmas carols, because I feel like there's gotta be a lot of facts about just like specific songs and that kind of thing, so I'm gonna look into that. And then I've done New Year's facts, so I don't know what New Year's video to do. I guess I could just do your makeup, but that's kind of like a cop-out in my opinion. Maybe I could do a role play and we could be at a New Year's Eve party. I could be nursing your hangover back to health, because I probably won't be hungover. Another fun fact about me, New Year's Eve is my least favorite holiday. Fucking hate it. It's because everyone expects you to have plans, and like it's gotta be the best day, and like there's just such high expectations, and it always fell through for me when I was a teenager and stuff. Like it was just never good, so I just despise it. It's like, is there really a big difference? Like it's just a day. It's also why I hate birthdays. But yeah, so that's what's up with me. Looking forward to the holidays, and then January and February are gonna be rough because it's gonna be cold. I know it's gonna be cold. There's not much going on, and I don't have a boyfriend or girlfriend, so Valentine's Day is kind of meh. But I could show my friends love. Could have like a Valentine's Day or something. Send my mom flowers. You know, that kind of thing. I'm trying to get better at like gift giving. Sometimes I don't like do acts of service for my loved ones in the like traditional sense, so I'm trying to work on that. Anyway, I think we're gonna end the video here. Let me know if you have any suggestions for Christmas